Good morning, teacher.
You may say thank you. How are you today?
Good. Very fine.
Okay, so let's start our lesson. So to start our lesson, we have to watch video. After watching video, we are going to guess today's theme.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be trained. Let me think about that. Well,
I want to be a teacher when I grow up.
elementary teacher. I like little kids.
A babysitter.
A pastor.
Dolphin trainer.
A gentleman that eats bugs. A haircutter.
A person who helps in charities.
I'll be a cashier at Walmart.
An author. Chapter books about mythical creatures and animals and things.
I want to be a lawyer.
Lawyer.
Pilot. Pilot. And a dad. A pilot racer dad. Scientist. Scientist. Paleontologist. Mindful dinosaur bones and studies them. YouTuber. Movie star. A famous actor.
Okay, any ideas?
Yes, Papa.
Jobs.
Professions.
Professions, work. Okay, so thank you. Today's theme is professions, and we are going to have speaking. So let's be familiar with the learning objectives. Who wants to read? Akat, please.
Learning objectives. Respect different points of view. Explain and justify own and others' point of view on a range of general and curricular topics. Use
Okay, thank you. Mara, continue.
Use appropriate subject-specific vocabulary and syntax to talk about a range of familiar and somewhat familiar general and curricular topics.
Okay, thank you. Sabina, continue.
Understand specific information in a supportive extended talk. Use feedback to set personal learning objectives.
Okay, thank you. So we have learning objectives for this lesson. Right now we are going to create our own lesson objectives. Who wants to try? Okay. Nurdas, please.
Explain and justify own point of view by using new vocabulary.
Okay. So good. It was for speaking. So we have other two learning objectives. Who wants to try? Yeah. What's that?
Listen and identify for complete all tasks. Also provide your opinion for new status.
Okay, good. Thank you. Good job. Next is, so it's anyway I have prepared, so you may be familiar with them. Yeah. So next is, let's play snowball game. You know that we always work with vocabulary. Yeah. When we see new vocabulary, we drill words. Yeah. So today we have some new vocabulary. So today's first word is on a trial basis, means for a short period of time. Let's repeat. On a trial basis.
On a trial basis.
Means for a short period of time.
Means for a short period of time.
Good. Very good. Next, salary paid.
Wage, salary, pay.
Okay, means pay or payment your salary, yeah?
Yes.
Next is experience.
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 Means background.
Background.
Okay. Next is senior partner.
Senior partner.
Senior partner
Senior partner.
means managing partner.
Means managing
Or
partner.
high boss, yeah? Next is intrusive person.
Intrusive person.
Means annoying person.
Annoying person.
Okay, let's start snowball game. So I'm going to throw the ball. Take. Next. Go. Open and drill the word. Open and drill the word. Go. Okay. Open and drill. Pronounce the word. You have to read the
Senior
word.
partner, managing partner.
Yeah. Through it again. Yeah. You might stand up. You might stand up and play. Yes. Go. Okay.
Experience.
Yes. Take this one. senior partner? So, Amina, second. Okay.
Senior partner, managing partner.
You may go. You may open and read and
Wage, salary, and pay.
on a trial basis. Do not catch too much. On a trial basis.
Inclusive personal.
On a trial basis for a short period of time.
Wage, salary, and pay.
I can't read it.
Senior partner.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let me, yeah. You may please. Thank you so much. You may say thank you for active participation in the game. Yeah. Next is. Next we are going to listen. Here I have worksheets. Variant A and variant B. So you have several tasks. So be ready to listen it 2 times. Yeah, 2 times. We are going to listen to it 2 times, and then we will do your task. Yeah. You have 1 minute to be familiar with the questions. You have 1 minute. So, after I'm going to play an audio. You have 1 minute to be familiar with the questions. Okay? We'll read.
Hello, and welcome to Big City, Small World, brought to you by the British Council. Episode 11.
So, okay. Yeah, that's great news. So, did you get the job? Yes! Oh, fantastic! But
There's always a but.
it's only on a trial basis, just for a month.
Okay, that's pretty normal actually. Most companies do that.
But they are paying you, yes? Oh, yes. The salary isn't bad. It's not an internship.
I did internships for ages. Had to work for a month to get experience. No pay. And then, I never got offered the real job at the end. Like now, I'm doing this work for Johnny's company. They want me to work at weekends too. Saturdays and Sundays with no extra money.
Oh, that's terrible.
I don't know what to do. I want to say no, but I'm afraid I'll lose the job.
You'll have to think carefully about it, or you'll be trying to do an internship again. Only joking. It's gonna be important to do an internship if you want to get experience. Things to put on your CV.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I'm past that stage. I've got lots of experience now.
I'm really worried though about my first day. Really nervous. I might be terrible. Don't worry, Nancy, you'll be great. Show them how good you are in the first month and they'll be offering you more money by the second month. Let's hope so.
What are you going to be doing exactly?
Well, it's a lot of admin work, but I do get a chance to work with the senior partners on some designs.
Great! What is it you do again?
Oh, Harry, how come you always forget this stuff? Architecture. I'm an architect. I design buildings.
Ah, yeah, right. Of course.
She's a good one too, Harry. I've seen some of her drawings.
Oh, really, Sarah?
I keep on telling her that she should go to China. There are lots of opportunities there at the moment. Maybe. One day. That'd be really interesting. How are you, Sarah? Okay.
That's the new flat.
The That's the problem. Oh no, you've only just moved in. I thought the flat was great.
The flat is nice, but the problem is the landlord.
Isn't that Ferdy's cousin?
Yes, exactly. But he's really intrusive.
Intrusive?
He comes around all the time, wants to know everything about me. I think that if I pay rent, that's it. I shouldn't have to tell him anything else.
I see. Well, that's not on, is it? Have you mentioned it to Ferdy?
No, I don't know how to. He was so kind helping me get the place. I don't want to seem rude.
Would you like me to have a word with him?
Could you? That would be really great. I'd really appreciate it.
I'll say something the next time I see him. Promise.
Okay, so you have 30 seconds to write down quickly what you have understood. And I will give you 1 more minute after listening this second time. Okay, so ready?
Yes.
So, okay. Yeah, that's great news. So, did you get the job? Yes! Oh, fantastic! But
There's always a but.
it's only on a trial basis, just for a month.
Okay, that's pretty normal actually. Most companies do that.
But they are paying you, yes? Oh, yes. The salary isn't bad. It's not an internship.
I did internships for ages. Had to work for a month to get experience. No pay. And then, I never got offered the real job at the end. Like now, I'm doing this work for Johnny's company. They want me to work at weekends too. Saturdays and Sundays with no extra money.
Oh, that's terrible.
I don't know what to do. I want to say no, but I'm afraid I'll lose the job.
You'll have to think carefully about it. Or you do an internship if you want to get experience. Things to put on your CV.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I'm past that stage. I've got lots of experience now.
I'm really worried though about my first day. Really nervous. I might be terrible. Don't worry, Madly. You'll be great. Show them how good you are in the first month and they'll be offering you more money by the second month. Let's hope so.
What are you going to be doing exactly?
Well, it's a lot of admin work, but I do get a chance to work with the senior partners on some... Harry, how come you always forget this stuff? Architecture. I'm an architect. I design buildings.
Ah, yeah, right. Of course.
She's a good one too, Harry. I've seen some of her drawings.
Oh, really, Sarah?
I keep on telling her that she should go to China. There are lots of opportunities there at the moment.
Maybe. One day. That'd be really interesting. How are you, Sarah?
Okay.
That's the new flat.
That's the problem, is the landlord.
Isn't that Ferdy's cousin?
Yes, exactly. But he's really intrusive.
Intrusive?
He comes around all the time, wants to know everything about me. I think that if I pay rent, that's it. I shouldn't have to tell him anything else.
I see. Well, that's not on, is it? Have you mentioned it to Ferdy?
No, I don't know how to. He was so kind helping me get the place. I don't want to seem rude.
Would you like me to have a word with him?
Could you? That would be really great. I'd really appreciate it.
I'll say something the next time I see him. Promise.
Okay. So do you need time to write your answer? So you are going to do self-assessment. That you are going to check yourself, yeah? So, ready?
Hello.
So, you have papers, and on the papers there is written variant A and variant B. Yes. Okay. In the end, you can tell me your points. Finished?
Yes.
Okay, tell me your points, Nazirke. 7 out of 8, yeah? Amina?
7 out of 8.
7, okay. Amina?
7 out of 8.
Good. Dimash?
7 out of 8.
Good. Correct. Myra?
8 out of 8.
Wow, excellent. And Nurtas?
8 out of 8.
Excellent. Sabina?
8 out of 8.
Asil?
8 out of 8.
Dan saya
8
out of 8. Okay. Abdul Karim?
8 out of 8.
Okay. Arfan?
8 out of 8.
Good. Good job. Great. Thank you. Thank you. So next is we are going to have role play. Do you like it? Yeah. So you are divided into 2 groups, yeah? It means that in group here we have 6 students, here we have 5 students. So I'm going to give you cards. You can choose from here, yeah? So if you are A student, you are a scientist. If you are B student, you are a firefighter. If you are C student, you are a brain surgeon. And if you are D student, you are a teacher. So let's take cards. 1 card for 1 student. Only 1 card, yes? Yes. 1. Okay. Good. So choose. You two together. Next is you are going to be familiar with assessment criteria. So learners speak no more than 1 minute. Use the first and second conditionals. Justify why they should be one of the rescued people. At least 2 reasons should be, and use new vocabulary. Here you are going to get maximum 4 points. Yeah. That's your roles and explanations on your cards. Yeah? So, okay, be ready. You have 5 minutes for preparation and 1 minute each speaker will speak. And in general, we have 8 minutes. Yeah? So, when you are ready, I'm going to give assessment sheet to the next group, and 1 student is going to put pluses and points, put your points here. In the end, I'm going to give you feedback. Okay? You may start. We have 2 minutes left. We have 1 minute left. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So stop. Okay. We'll start a group. Yeah. First. So rescuer. You can. Do we have any rescuer? Do we have another? Yeah. Boys, you can come from here and come and ask, yeah, if you have questions prepared. Do you have questions?
Yes.
So, this is, what situation is it?
Disaster?
It is disaster, it is flood, yeah? So, and your rescuers come and have to rescue only 3 of you. And here we have brain surgeon, scientist, firefighter, teacher, and we have 2 rescuers in this group. In that group, we have only 1 rescuer, and those professions are the same professions that we mentioned in group A. So you may start. Boys, come here. Rescuers, come. Let's start. Before presentation, I'm going to give you assessment sheet. This group will be assessed by B group. So, who wants to assess from the B group? Okay, good. From A group was okay. Thank you. Nota, Sanda, Sabina. So, Sabina, you can write your names and put classes. Yeah, assessment. You see here assessment sheets. Okay. So, let's start. Rescuers. You can come here.
I'm cold and hungry. We have to rescue people. I see them.
Help, somebody, help, please.
Who are you?
I'm a meteorologist and I study atmosphere and physical and chemical processes.
The importance of your profession.
Very soon I will open the ways of getting rid of air pollution. And I think knowledge of weather is very important for many professions such as farmers, ship captains, and many others. For farmers, if they know the weather, they would know how flight, and if captains know the weather, they would be sure how they can be able to decide whether to go to the ocean.
How can you benefit your society?
I can open the develop something useful and new. And I think if you help me, I do something that can help society.
Who are you? Who are you?
Well, I'm a firefighter son.
Benefit the society.
Well, I've been working as a firefighter for 15 years, and through my career, I have been risking my own life to save other people, which means I'm a rescuer like you. I'm an important member of society. If you don't save me, who will save the innocent lives? Please, I beg you to save me. I have married. I have a small baby. Who will feed them? How will the baby grow up without a father? I was awarded a medal for my brave deed, which means without courageous people like me, they can no order in society. I can inspire a lot of people for brave actions.
Okay, I'm a brain surgeon.
The importance of your profession.
I'm a brain surgeon and I help people to live without any illnesses and pathologies. Every day I have at least 2 operations, and tomorrow I have an important operation to brain that important for me and both as a patient. And if you save me, I will still carry out many operations and save thousands of lives. This profession is very demanding, and many of people don't want to take a responsibility for humans' life. And another benefit of mine that I find a way to treat the incurable disease, asthma and cancer. And every year the number of people grows. And very important, I have my own family and 2 children who are waiting me at home. And if you save me, not only them need to me, but also the whole people.
Who are you?
I work as a primary school teacher. A teacher is a great and respected profession. It's a great mission to share my knowledge for our benefits, for our future generation. And I teach every student to speak, write, and read. And I'm playing a big role of the formation of their integral personality and upbringing. And every person and the genius have their teachers. And their way started thanks to the teachers. And I teach all my students come to society. And if you save me, my students would turn out to be high quality specialists in all fields, and make their contributes to the world. And the teachers are first and the foremost educators. And please think about it.
Okay, thank you. For speakers group A, thank you for your active participation. So I'm going to take assessment sheets, and as I've decided, Nurtas is going to assess B group. Okay, Nurtas? So, rescuers, you may sit. Okay.
Help, help.
Help!
I have only 3 pieces in my helicopter. Who are you? Help me, I'm a scientist. I'm a scientist working on medications and working on the medications, and I'm senior partner of research team.
What's your main goal?
Currently, I'm working on medications, and our team are going to produce the cure of Alzheimer's disease in the world.
Why do you need the help?
If you help me, our team will produce the new cure and medication for the all diseases, and our team will go to the international level that will provide us to work with scientists from all over the world. So our medications will save the whole world.
Who are you? I'm a teacher in a local school, and I love my job, and my students are problematic but now doing very well. I have special relationships with them, and I have a partner and 2 children.
Why I need to choose you?
Teachers truly are the backbone of society.
Do you have any will?
Choose me, I will found the new technologies that help to people, and the role models for children offer guidance, and the improve their skills, and give the study.
Okay. What are your skills at?
As a brain surgeon, I specialize in diagnosis and surgical treatment of the central nerve system diseases such as traumas and tumors like Parkinson disease and epilepsy. Moreover, I'm the only one who is capable of managing 15-hour-long complex operations. Also, I can treat some really complicated diseases, as I said before, and I'm the only one who is able to remove invasive brain tumors. Also, in this kind of circumstances, there is a very high risk of getting injured or getting a trauma. So I think.
Okay, how can you positively affect the life of society?
As I said, I'm the only one who can deal with this kind of circumstances because we are all at risk. And if I were you, I would choose myself, such a skilled and med expert who have an experience because we are all at risk.
Okay, thank you. Who are you?
I'm a firefighter.
How can you help to our
I
society?
can stop a lot of forthcoming fires.
Why should we pick your profession?
According to statistics, each year over 1 million fires happen, and unfortunately it happens everywhere: cities, countries, islands, and etc. For example, just remember what happened in Australia back in 2020, where the fire destroyed almost 70% of flora and fauna. Well, I wasn't then in Australia, but if I was there, I would bravely fight the fire as well. Day by day, we save a lot of people from fire, but by saving them, we're also risking our own lives. That's the minus of being firefighter. We have to risk every time. Every mission can be our last one. So,
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. You well done, you're welcome. I like your speaking. I'm going to call the professions that are rescued. Those are brain surgeon Natilke, teacher Nansaya, firefighter Nurdas, scientist Sabina, brain surgeon Myra, and Arkat. You are rescued. So next is going to conclude our lesson. Next is plenary or feedback. So we are going to one of you can be a cameraman, and next one is travel reporter. So this is your camera and this is your microphone. Who wants? And you are welcome to ask these questions from your peers. Yeah? Cameraman? Anyone? Yeah? Dimash, come here. So you're going to just make a video and you are going to ask questions. Take. So you may start, you may look at those questions and ask anyone you need. And you are going to make video. Take.
Was the lesson useful?
Yeah, it was useful. I learned a new vocabulary.
Okay. What have you learned on the lesson?
Well, on the lesson, I've learned that all the professions have its own difficulties, which we can't think of on our daily basis. So, respect all the specialists and the professions.
Okay, thank you, madam. The next question: what was new for you?
For me, it's a new word, new vocabulary. I learned the words I didn't know before.
Okay, thank you. What is your future profession? Please address and why?
Well, I want to become a firefighter because firefighter I have a lot of the profession that make me proud, and which I have a lot of respect. Of course, I must be prepared, experiences for the profession, and I'm a lot of, and I will be prepared for emotionally as well as physically. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Right now, we can finish our lesson. And you can give me your papers, worksheets,